Actually, I should say, oh, yeah. It's Maddie, it's good. It was good. It's good. Oliver Ekman-Larsson is a Leaf. Let's talk about it. But first, SDPN's trade deadline covered. No. Steven, SDPN's free agency coverage. There you go. It's brought to you by 888 Canada. That's 888 Casino and 888 Sport. If you like slots and you like fun games, I like roulette. And if you like YouTube videos, they now have a YouTube channel. Lots of fun games on there. Real Rumble with myself, Jesse Blake, Ashley Docking. Smack Talk Trivia with myself, Jesse Blake, Ashley Docking. Pies to the face, tattoos above the bum. That channel has it all, and it is updated daily with content, and I'm in a bunch of it. If you want to check it out, I highly recommend you do. Check out the 888 Canada YouTube channel once you're done on this YouTube channel, because goodness gracious, we have news to discuss. 888 Canada, 888 Sport, 888 Casino. Hey! Oliver Ekman-Larsson is a Leaf, and he's going to be a Leaf for a while. The 32-year-old defenseman, who's really 33 because his birthday is in 16 days, just signed a 4-year contract with the Toronto Maple Leafs at $3.5 million per. See, Leaf fans, we were too simplistic with Brad Treliving. We're like, he likes big guys, and he likes big, tough guys, and big. And Oliver Ekman-Larsson, low-key, kind of big. 6'2", 191, big. But no. Ask any Calgary Flames fan, that is not his type. No. Brad Treliving's type is signing old guys to long-term money. We began this day talking about Chris Tanev, who's 34, and gonna turn 35 in December, signing for 6 years, $4.5 million per. Now, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, who's 32, soon to be 33, is signed to 4 years. So 4 years from now, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, at the end of that season, will be just about 37. And Chris Tanev, his teammate, will be just about 38. And the Leafs' window to win a Stanley Cup or even compete for one will be just about done. At least that's what it looks like they're shaping up to do, unless there is a significant trade in the works. And right now, there's no evidence to suggest there is one. Now, here's the thing. Why haven't people's expectations for Oliver Ekman-Larsson adjusted, like, at all? There was a time where Oliver Ekman-Larsson was the cock of the walk. Do you remember a few years ago, we kept talking about the big three? And no, we're not talking about Kendrick Lamar and his 2 sons. It's been my obsession for like 2 months. That and a cowboy video game. That's been for about half a decade. More. The big three at the time, pending free agents, were Erik Karlsson, who signed for a lot of money, Drew Doughty, who signed for a lot of money, and Oliver Ekman-Larsson, who signed for a lot of money, but not nearly as much because he was on the Coyotes. Why did I say that like Bane? And it's for good reason. There was a run during Oliver Ekman-Larsson's career where, reminding you he's a defenseman, he scored 15, 23, 21, 12, 14, 14. One of the premier offensive defensemen of his generation and one of the most perennially underrated players in the National Hockey League, because he was on a team no one watched. Oh, don't look at me like that. What, are they still there? Then he starts to tail off, as do the Coyotes. Then he gets traded to the Vancouver Canucks in a trade that was very not good for the Vancouver Canucks. Then a video of him services at Canucks training camp, not doing very well and kind of looks like he's throwing up. Then his time in Vancouver comes to a very unceremonious end. Then he goes to the Florida Panthers and plays 80 games, scores 9 goals, adds another 23 assists, for 32 points, and good gosh darn it, he won the Stanley Cup with them, adding 2 goals and 4 assists for 6 points in 22 games en route. Fun fact, nearly half the NHL games played, the Stanley Cup playoff games played in Oliver Ekman-Larsson's career, came during this run with the Florida Panthers. He played 22 games. He's at 47 career games played. He did play 16 games as a very young man when the Coyotes went to the Final Four in 2012. Played 9 games in the weird as hell 2020 COVID year. And then, oh, look at that. He won the cup. Because here's the thing. When Oliver Ekman-Larsson is on like your second or third pair, it can work out for you if you surround him with the right players. I guess the question is going to be, is Ekman-Larsson the right player, and is he going to be surrounded by them? We're all assuming that the top pair for the Toronto Maple Leafs is going to be Morgan Rielly and Chris Tanev. And there's good reason to assume that. They're the 2 best players. Rielly's the best left-handed defenseman they have. Tanev is the best right-handed defenseman they have. Yeah. And at this stage in his career, Ekman-Larsson should not be playing like 22 minutes a game. So he is either going to be playing with Jake McCabe, who's going to be on his offside, or Timothy Liljegren, who is just not always that good. But he's making $3 million now, so he better be better. Listen, if you're a big fan of experience, and why wouldn't you be a big fan of experience? Experience can be a great thing. The Leafs have done good things today because they have a D core that has not performed all that well consistently over the last decade. But if you're a big fan of guys who have seen it all, Chris Tanev and Oliver Ekman-Larsson are spectacular additions. Would you have been more excited if the Leafs had made these additions 5-6 years ago? Yeah, you would. But you were talking about two men who played in the Final Four this year. One of them won the Stanley Cup. The other went head-to-head against Nathan MacKinnon and Jack Eichel in back-to-back playoff series, and those guys did not score against him. That's Chris Tanev, by the way. Ekman-Larsson was busy bullying the East. The theme of today seems to be deals that you like in the immediate future. Tanev making 4.5 next couple years? Sure. Ekman-Larsson making 3.5 this year and next? That should be okay. How are they going to age? That's tomorrow you's problem. That's tomorrow Brad's problem. And today Brad knows that because he gave Oliver Ekman-Larsson a 16-team no-trade list. That's half the league. Maybe Brad's counting on a couple more expansion teams, so it's a little less than half the league. Brad loves making it incredibly difficult to trade his players. But let's be honest, once again, like I said in the Joseph Wool video, the Leafs, because of their current cap structure, they are giving over 61% of their salary cap to 5 men: Matthews, Nylander, Marner, Tavares, and Riley. They're giving over 61% of their cap to those men. You either have to take future risks, like the Joseph Wool contract, or you have to hand out some sort of no move or trade protection in order to entice free agents because you cannot pay them full price. If you like the core 4, if you like the core 5, and you want the Leafs to run that back, this is something that you have to be okay with, or you're just not being reasonable. If you're not okay with this, then you're okay with them breaking it up. What do you think of this signing? Let me know in the comment box down below. But for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Check out all our free agency coverage over at the SDPN YouTube channel, you silly geese.